Hey, good morning. Today is December 25, so wishing everyone a very Merry Christmas from here in Manila, Philippines, across the globe for you guys in the USA. Yeah, I'm from the future. It's already Christmas over here, and in a few hours, I think you'll be celebrating your Christmas Eve as well. Alright, so a few days ago, I bought myself a kit. I'm an RC addict, so I gave myself a kit for my Christmas gift. And yeah, it's done. I've been enjoying it. But now, I also have a daughter, Porsha. So I was wondering what to give her. She's been in the hobby for actually the past 8 years. So since she was 9, we've been together, traveling, racing, just enjoying the hobby. And I go, I cannot give her another kit because I've already given her a few kits in the past. And actually, she's going to stop racing for now, because she's into other things like college. Hopefully, not boys. Okay, so I was thinking, a few days ago, what to give her, yeah. And knowing me, I still wanted it to be RC related, but yeah, what to give her? And so I decided, since she's gonna stop racing, maybe I can give her memories, good memories of, the past 8 years she put into the hobby. And I decided to create an RC comic book about her RC life. I am pretty ambitious, alright? So this is the first time I've created an RC comic book about anyone, and it's about her. Yeah, before I lose all the photos and the memories, I might as well have it printed in the best ones in a storybook format, right? So it is an RC comic book, and it took me 3 days to do this. It was hard, but it's a labor of love. And if you notice, yeah, I print it, edit it, bind it myself with just one page at a time, gluing it with super glue. It was hard work. Okay, I had to do it in secret so she wouldn't know. And okay, so this is what this video is about. It's an RC comic book Christmas gift to my daughter. I think she liked it. It's something different. You cannot put a price on good memories. Right? So then maybe I'll share with you what's inside. I'll talk through it. So let me bring the camera over closer, and hope you like it. Okay, so here we are. Yeah, so the cover page is just some highlights of her career, when she first started until the end. Oh, so sad. Okay, let's go on the journey. So first, where it began. So it began with rally racing, indoor rally racing, and here she is at a nice young age of 9 years old. So here she is now and then her first really big race in the Mall of Asia. So in front of thousands of people actually throughout the day. There's so many people watching. There were 4 levels of where people could watch it. It's really in the middle of the mall. And if you see, this is her, and this is her mom as well. And we were using a Tamiya 414. And this is her car doing the rally race. That was fun. Then we had our first ever indoor carpet race in the Philippines in a SM Mega Mall. This was July 2010. And she's getting better. So her results are somewhere now from being last to being somewhere mid pack. Right, so she's progressing nicely. She raced, I believe, the mini class. This is her car. Now, where is this? This is again in 2010. So she spent a lot of time racing in the Tamiya races in the Philippines. So she tried touring cars. She tried F1. She tried Mini. So, she's an all-around driver. It's just I did it so, her driving skills would progress very quickly. And yeah, unfortunately, she's the only girl racing. She had no other girls to talk to during the races. Yeah, pretty sad, but yeah, what can we do? And yeah, this is JP Raceway, a very beautiful track, big indoor. It's around 120 feet long, I guess, by 80 feet or 90 feet wide. It's big, yeah. So actually, this is where we spent a lot of our time in. And here we are again. So this is the Asia Finals for Tamiya, and it was hosted by the Philippines. And so if we win, we get a trip to Japan. That is if we win. And I guess you get it. We did not win. We both joined the mini class, actually. I made the A main. I think I finished somewhere 6th, but she made the B main. She was competitive in the B main, had a chance to win as well, but things didn't go her way. But she did well for her first ever international race. Did very well in the mini. And she actually had a nice demo race with TRF driver at that time, Mr. Gilles Groskamp, a world champ as well. And this is her, and they were having a nice one-on-one race. Gilles with his FF03, I think, and Porsche in her Mini. I have a video on that. Just look through my channel back in 2010. And then here we have her again. This is the big Manila Touring Car Championship. So, big race to end the year. She did well. I forget where she placed, but she was doing well. Yeah, so starting to race touring cars that are not Tamiya. And then we also have the end of year Futaba Cup. She joined the Silver Can race. So, sana manalo ako means I hope to win in English. And she actually had exams, and we rushed I picked her up in school just to make it in time for the race. So she had no time to change and she went straight to qualies. And luckily, this is one of her happiest days of her life. She won this is her car. She raced in the Silver Can class, came second. So pretty good, almost champion. And finally, she wins her first ever trophy after 1 year of trying. So she's now reaching a level where, she is in the hunt to win races. And here we go, 2011. So 2011, we did a road trip to Baguio, which is like 8 hours away from where we live in the Philippines. Naligo naman ako means I did take a shower because everyone's far away from her. I was tired, and it was nice because there were school children who were invited to watch the races, and they were screaming so loud. I like it when people watch the races. And in Tamiya 2011, after a series of races, she actually won the junior class. She was the junior champion. So finally, a Philippine champ, at her young age of, I think she's only 10 at this time, 10. And she wins a free trip to Singapore to compete in the regionals, against other Asian champs. So, airport. This is the Team Philippines. We visited Tamiya's Target, the big distributor of Tamiya. This is the track. It's next to a mall, outdoor, but covered, carpet. So it's nice, pretty nice, but it was hot. I wish it was indoors, aircon. And this is the hobby shop. And so day 2, it was actually a thunderstorm. We were flooded. My feet was, this is flood. So the power strips were on the floor and we thought we were going to get electrocuted. But the track was kind of dry. It was elevated carpet, so it did not get wet. See the IDs of the participants. She actually won concours. She just put stickers on her car, Hello Kitty, and the judge liked it. So, good for us. Good for her. At least she won something. Good start. She wins concours. And this is her with the junior class kids. Yeah. And yeah, it's nice. It's good to see that this kid, he was pretty good then, but he lost to Porsha. But now he's a Tamiya, he's an X-ray team driver. So he really progressed from that time. Good for him. Hammer fist means, someone punched her car in the table. He was angry at her. And, here, my daughter typically complains. She goes, mabagal motor ko means my motor is slow. I go, no, just drive faster. And actually, when, we get into these heated arguments, somehow she finds 1 second a lap speed. Yeah? So, it's a matter of driving. I just need to motivate her through a little, words of inspiration. Drive faster. Okay, so here, palusutin mo ko. So these are teammates, her and Timothy. And she's saying, palusutin mo ko means, let me pass. And Timothy goes, I'll think about it. And this is Timothy's dad, on the stand. So he's like giving coaching. And this is their cars, the junior class. Crash everywhere. It's her Porscha's car. So she see number 2. She qualified number 2, actually. So this is her first international race. And she was, keeping her cool. And she almost got TQ, actually. She was on TQ place last quali, but, she got into an accident with a car that she was lapping. And she lost TQ. So here she is. And this was in the end, after all this crashing, it was said and done. Talo means I lost. But at least she was very happy to get a podium, 3rd, in her first international race. So, good for her. At least you get some recognition. And she wins a free kit. So 3rd place gets a free kit. And it's good. Myself, I qualified 2nd in F1, finished 2nd in F1, missed the trip to Japan by 1 place. Sad for me, but I also won a kit. Good for us. So it's a father-daughter team. We were Philippine champions that year. So we went to Singapore, all expense paid, both of us, for being champions in our classes. And we almost did it in Singapore to go to Japan. Almost. But moving on. So Tamiya Cup is for amateur drivers. So we decided she wanted to go for really tougher, just to see how fast, no holds barred. So we went to TITC 2012, which is like the 10th anniversary of the Thailand Touring Car Championships. So we flew from Singapore. After a few months, it's off to Thailand. Nice airport. I like the designs. And we stayed at our uncle and aunt's house, which was just a few miles away. So thank you for them for the 5 days of bring us to the track. And so this is RC Addict. White glasses. I don't know. Will that give her speed? All right, so we're ready. And if you'll notice, she said, magiging champion din ako because this is a picture with 3 world champs. So she's not one of them. So this is Mark Reinhard, Andy Moore, and Gilles Groskamp. So this race was high level, All touring car champs at that time joined this race. All right, so this is high level stuff. All right, so Team Philippines, this was the year where, we went to Thailand as, the biggest group. We were around 14. Met some old friends from work. And then, it's a very big track at that time. So if you go back 2012, it's rare for us in Asia to see such a big track. It felt pretty big at that time. And so here, the pits are busy. And I think there were over 300 racers. And again, a few girls joined, but she's probably the highest ranked girl. The others were not really competitive. Neither was my daughter, but she was mid-pack actually in stock class. And she joined the modified class. I was supposed to run mod. She took my entry. So I went there to Thailand and did nothing except, fix her cars. I couldn't even run. She took my entries. So she ran 2 classes, stock, which is boosted 13.5, and mod for the very first time. She never had a chance to run mod any time in her life. And in this big international race, she said she's going to go for it. And actually, she did well, She was doing well. She never crashed her car the entire weekend. She just kept it on track and did a decent pace, So showed lots of maturity. And of course, I suck at fixing cars, so she took her 416 to Mr. Gilles, whom she knew from 2010 in the Tamiya Cup. And Gilles was kind enough he knows Porsche, he fixed the car. And then we also met Mr. Satoshi from Tamiya TRF. And then here, she was sitting in Mr. Reinhard's seat, so Mark had to just stand up. Yeah, he's kind enough to just let Porsche sit there while, Gilles was fixing the car. And here, trophy will be mine. I don't think so, Porsche. Yeah, so here she's in the quali group, and if you'll notice, this is Mr. Simon Nicholson. He's, a very fast driver as well. So she was grouped pretty fast. She was doing pretty good in qualis. So we use a Sakura 0 for the 13.5 boosted. And actually, we also used it in mod because the mod car was understeering. So she used 13.5 boosted car in mod as well. Pace was not there, but good enough. So she said, I'm in the zone. But when she checked the result, it was like, I'm in the slow zone. Anyway, it was a very good experience. She loved it, every bit of it. She got to run against, very fast drivers in Asia and the world, actually. And so, that was it. That was probably a very good experience for her. Bye-bye, Thailand. All right. So, back to the Philippines, I decided, as I retired from driving, I wanted to become an organizer and promote as well RC racing because it was seemingly dying down. And so I started an F1 club racing, where it was about cheap racing but competitive. And, that year, we attracted a lot of racers from drifters to off-roaders. They all bought F1 cars and raced. So we were united that year. All the hobbyists from various, groups came together and we raced. And one of my dreams was actually to have a full F1 grid, like real F1. And it happened. I was expecting I was aiming for a 24 car grid. And we got 25, and I believe that was a world record at that time. I know I was beaten subsequently by other countries like Italy and Australia, but I believe I was the first one to organize a 25 F1 car race. If I'm wrong, but I'm happy I did it. And look at everyone was there. That's the entire roster, It was fun. Sad thing is I was organizing. I did not join the race. If I joined, it would have been 26. Yeah. So I had a dyno tune shootout, just to check which cars are fast, illegally fast. And then there's one race where there were like 26 drivers, and here Porsche got second. We know Mr. Taka. If you know him, he's very fast. Okay, so yeah, F1. This is my trophy actually. We had a website, and I posted photoshops every race. I had 20 races. If you notice, yeah. And at the end of the year, after 20 races, these are the trophies for experts and novice. So Porsche, well, after all is said and done, she placed sixth. Pretty good. Yeah, she's slowly gaining speed. See the steering wheel plexiglass. Yeah, and my 7-foot trophies. Yeah, they deserve trophies after 20 races. Come on, guys. Organizers, give good trophies. She was a Vettel fan at that time, and it was also Christmas time, so it was like the best memory. We were celebrating the end of year with a Christmas race and awarding. Everyone had fun. Look at those trophies. And, of course, we need to have an awarder, lady person that's, to simulate real F1. Okay, so here we are. So I think after that, 2013 was a little break for both of us. We got a little burned out, and we just took a break. We raced so-and-so, but then we came back 2014. So this is Tamiya Asia Cup Regionals, hosted again by the Philippines in a mall, Glorieta. And we were hoping that if we win, we can go to Japan again. But, we'll see. Competition stuff, I have not been racing. So, although I think I will win, my daughter knows I haven't been practicing or anything, and I have no chance. Alright, so again, Porsche wins with her body contest. So we all, when we win the body contest, we always get the same prize. It's a Tamiya apron. We never used it. Alright, so here we are. She made the A main. That's a big accomplishment because this was her first time to join the GT class, the touring car class where the fast drivers are. And yeah, she made the A main. That's good enough. A good start. And this is Team Philippines, the good times. And my family came to, because it's near in the Philippines, so they came to watch the show. And she finished 9th place in the A main. Pretty good for her first time trying a GT class on borrowed car. We borrowed it. Thank you, Mr. Ralph. All right. So 2015 was again, she raced, but on and off. And then 2016, we made another push. This time, serious. All right. So how serious? Very serious. So 4 months before the start of the Tamiya races, she practiced in VRC every day. Every day. We noted the times in our notebook every day. And then, what happened? She was unbeatable in like the first 8 races, I believe. Yeah, 8 races, she did not lose. She only lost the 9th and 10th race series because, my tires were dead. After 50 runs, I never changed the tire. So after 50 runs or so, the tires were just dead. And at that time, we just say, okay, it's okay to lose. So she was a double champ. So she won the GT class and she won the TRF expert class. Yeah, she very fast. She's already, so 2016, I believe, was her very best driving at that ever, or maybe. So here's the airport in Korea. Free trip again for her. We love the Korean beef, especially when it's free. So we were doing pretty well. She was ranked second in after control practice. She was ranked second, But unfortunately, things did not go well. Lightweight bodies were disallowed. My traction compound was disallowed, and my MT4 steering controller broke on her. And after all was said and done, it was just too much things going on with the car and the rules. And she gave it her best shot. So again, this is my body, my Adidas for mini class. Remember, this is 2016. I think I was the first one to do this concept. I know there are other shoe cars now, but I think I did this first. Okay, guys? I did not copy anyone. Okay, so there are only 6 of us in Team Philippines. At least she made the A-main, still with all her traction roll problems. And 8th place. She'll be back, she said. So after party was on a roof deck. Very nice of Tamiya. We have good food. If you lose, might as well just eat your sorrows away. And here she is, emoting, "Goodbye, Korea." And so when we came back to the Philippines, we were greeted with sadness. And finally, sadly, the track of Mr. J.P. Reyes, this is his private track, he had to close down because they were going to, they sold it. They sold the land, I think, and it's going to be constructed, torn down, and I don't know what's going to be put up there. So it was sad because, my daughter and I spent 6 years in that place. Lots of weekends, lots of bonding time, lots of good racing and friends. And yeah, it's sad to see the lights go out. So we thought racing was over. There was no other racetrack. But, when one door closes, another opens. So we discovered that there are some fun groups organizing rally racing. And we joined that group for fun. It's very low-key. It's just scale-looking